Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jack, coach of your Wenatchee Wobbuffets, bringing you our first battle of the FDL finals bracket. We did make it, and our first opponent is ace trainer Josh, who has a team of Mega Lopunny, Jirachi, Victini, Tentacruel, Hydreigon, Caracosta, Alolan Ninetales, and Superior. I'm not going to pull up his team. I'm just going to quickly go over my team with you guys before we head on into the battle. So looking at his team, I noticed that he's pretty weak to the combination of ground and fighting coverage. The only things that are not weak to ground and or fighting are the Superior and the Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales is pretty weak on the physical side anyways, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And then Superior is just its own hazard to deal with. So I really kept that in mind as I was making my team builder. As you see, I am bringing for my first mon a Choice Scarf Landorus with Earthquake Superpower, taking advantage of that nice coverage. U-turn for momentum and Sludge Wave as coverage for the Superior. The EVs I have allow me to hit KO a Superior with Sludge Wave, and as long as he's not boosted, Leaf Storm only does around 70% to me. So I will be able to win that matchup pretty nicely. Next up, we have a Rocky Helmet Chestnut with Drain Punch, Leech Seed, Spiky Shield, and Earthquake. Again, taking advantage of that fighting ground weakness. Obviously, I can't do too much to Superior if he's running HP Fire or possibly even HP Flying. He will win that matchup because all I have to hit him is the Drain Punch. But this is here mostly for the Mega Lopunny. I do 1,000,000% beat the Lopunny 1-on-1. Also nice for the Jirachi if he is bringing more of an offensive Jirachi set. Jirachi is his only Stealth Rock setter, so he could potentially bring like a support Jirachi with the Stealth Rocks, maybe Healing Wish or just regular Wish, etc. But although I don't think rocks are too necessary for him, the only mon I have that is weak to the rocks is the Rotom Heat. And I do have a semi-reliable defogger in the Scizor, so I'm not sure whether he'll bring the rocks or not. The other hazards he have is the Tentacruel, which can set up the Toxic Spikes. Again, he might bring those to help with the Chestnut specifically, but they don't really do too much for him because I do have the Landorus, which is immune. I have a Rotom, which is immune, a Scizor, which is immune, Snorlax, which can be potentially immune with the immunity ability. And so I have a lot of ways to get around the Toxic Spike, so I don't know if he'll bring those necessarily. The next one I'm bringing, as you guys can see, is the Garfunkel Snorlax. Normalium Z Refresh. I was thinking a Sulfest in order to better handle the Superior and the Ninetales, as well as possibly a special variant of Victini. Excuse me. But I really wanted to bring this Normalium Z Refresh set because I really wanted the Thick Fat ability to better handle the Victini as well as the Ninetales. So I couldn't really bring a Figgy Berry Gluttony recycle set, and I really wanted some HP recovery, so I'm bringing the Normalium Z Refresh with Pursuit in case the Victini does go for a V-Create or two, gets those minus defenses. I can bring in the Snorlax and Pursuit Trap it, return for stab damage, and Earthquake as coverage. And the last ones, I'm bringing our Choice Scarf Keldeo. I am bringing dual Scarfers, Secret Sword, along with Hidden Power Ground for that ground fighting coverage, and then Scald and Hydro Pump just for extra stab moves. Scald for the chance to burn. Hydro Pump because it has a chance to OHKO the Caracosta before Shell Smash. After Shell Smash, if he does not have the White or Herb, then Hydro Pump guarantees knocks him out. And then these speed EVs, because he has a lot of mons at base 100 speed, and then the rest of the mons are faster than Keldeo, so I didn't need necessarily max speed EVs. Next one I'm bringing is a Rotom Heat, more offensive, modest, max HP. I really wanted to bring a Choice Specs Rotom Heat, because he is also pretty weak to the coverage of electric and fire. But I really didn't want 3 choice locked mons. So I decided to go for a Lefters bulky set, Volt Switch, Pain Split, Overheat, and Thunderbolt's Pain Split to get the HP recovery. And then the last one I'm bringing is my Scizor with another leftover set, Technician, Bullet Punch, Pursuit, another Pursuit Chopper again in case He'll probably stay in on with Jirachi unless he has gone for way too many V creates and is really low and really um, low speed and low defenses. But chances are he'll just stay in with Victini on the Scizor. So the pursuit is mostly there for the Jirachi in order to trap that thing. Bug Bite there for the Superior. If he's not a Life Orb set, if like he's leftover Superior, then I can take 1 HP Fire, unboosted HP Fire. If he is a Life Orb set, then I think it's a roll. Um, or if he's not Life Orb, I can take 1 HP Fire after Rocks damage, which is important to note. And then Bug Bite, of course, does demolish him. And then enough speed EVs, I don't know if you guys can see it down there, 56 speed EVs to make sure I outspeed a Jolly Caracosta before a Shell Smash. The rest of his team is pretty fast, so I didn't really need the extra speed EVs because his entire team is going to be outspeeding me anyways. So I just put those few EVs there to make sure I outspeed the character. Hey, sorry for that weird transition, guys. My disk space actually ran out of room, and my recording actually cut off. So I had to go ahead and free up some disk space so that I can continue with this recording here. Again, sorry about that. One thing else is that apparently my Snorlax was not allowed to have Z Refresh. That was incompatible with, I'm guessing, Pursuit. So I did change it just to an Assault Vest set and replace Refresh with Gunk Shot to hit his Superior and his Ninetales. You too, dude. So looking at his team, he has the Lopunny, Victini, Jirachi, Tentacruel, Ninetales, and the Hydreigon, so he does not bring the Superior, which is actually really, really nice, because that was one of the things that was really kind of scaring me in prep up. That also means that basically Landorus and Floyd with the ground fighting coverage just does wonders against him. So I could lead off with the Roses, because I can go for a safe U-turn against him, or fire off an Earthquake or a Superpower, which could be really nice. I think I'm going to lead off with the Rotom though, especially since he doesn't have the Superior. Rotom isn't as valuable to me this matchup, and I can go for a Volt Switch without risking my Roses. So I think that's what I'm going to do. As he leads off with the Tentacruel, this leads me to believe that he is a Toxic Spike set, because he would lead with that to make sure he gets those up. However, he has no ground immunities, so I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch. Tentacruel is going to take a lot because I am offensive. Yep, there are the Toxic Spikes. And what I could do here is I could go into Roses, which won't take anything from the Toxic Spikes, and make him basically make a choice whether I'm going to go for the Earthquake, and he can go into the Hydreigon to take that, or I can go for the Superpower, predicting the Hydreigon switch in. Let's see here, what does Landorus Roses do? Tentacruel, support. Superpower does not kill him at this range, so I would have to go for an Earthquake. What I could also do is go into Scizor, although Scizor doesn't really do much to him. We don't see the Black Sludge, which is really nice. What I think I'm going to do, I want to keep Simon really healthy, or Garfunkel really healthy, especially since I don't have the Z Refresh. So I think I am going to go into the Roses here. And I really want to make the prediction, the Hydreigon switch prediction. I really want to. However, I don't have a nice switch in anymore now that the Toxic Spikes are up. I really should have brought Defog on Scizor, that was my bad. I really just wanted the 3 moves coverage and I wanted Roost for longevity, but I think not having Defog is really going to hurt me. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. I'm not going to reveal the Superpower quite yet. Because if he stays in and goes for like a Scald or an Ice Beam and knocks my Landorus out, that can be a huge issue. He's okay. Oh, he has the Sugar Berry, but that does not matter because he is weakened, and the Tentacle goes down. So that's really nice. That thing is out of the way. So he only gets one layer of T-Spikes up, which in the short run is worse, but in the long run is better. So in case I need to stall something out with Chestnut, that'll be really nice. The especially nice thing about him not bringing Superior is that Chestnut can freely set up Leech Seeds on his entire team. Mostly the Lopunny and the Jirachi, because the other three of his mons, Victini, Ninetales, and Hydreigon, just bop Chestnut, so definitely got to be careful with that. But basically anytime that Lopunny is in, Chestnut gets a free switch in. I think I already ran this calc, but I already forgot how much I do. I do about 60 to 70% to a Lopunny. Oh, he is in with the Ninetales. Let's assume Aurora Veil support. Freeze Drive bops me, and I cannot kill with Earthquake, so I do need to switch out here. The obvious switch in is Simon, but I think I'm going to go into Rotom. He's going to set up the fail here, and now is when I really wish I had Defog. Oh, he's out in the Hydreigon. He sees that I am leftovers, and he will be faster than me, so I can get a slow Volt Switch off. So he's at 73%. I think I'm going to go out into Keldeo here, because his only switch into a Secret Sword is Victini. Yeah, I'm going to go into Keldeo. How much does Victini do or take from a I'm assuming a Choice Scarf Victini, that just makes the most sense. So he is destroyed by a Hydro Pump and does not take anything from Secret Sword. So again, we're back in the same position where I can either predict the switch in Victini and go for the Scald or the Hydro Pump, or expect him to stay in and go for a Secret Sword. It all depends on whether he thinks the Hydreigon is worth saving. And I think he does. However, if he does go in Victini, I can go into Rotom, which will go down against the Victini, but then I can go into Garfunkel and Pursuit Trap it. So I'm going to go for the Secret Sword. Yeah, there's Victini. I could have made that prediction, but I didn't. And now I can easily go out into Rotom. Oh, there's the Psyshock. I'm just gonna go for the Pain Split. He's gonna knock me out here. And let's see here. Oh, not Simon. Snorlax. Pursuit. While he's switching out, does around 50%, so Pursuit does not knock him out. How much does Hydro Pump do to Hydreigon? I'm assuming Choice Scarf. He probably suspects that I'm Choice Scarf Keldeo at this point, the way I brought it in against the Hydreigon. He may not suspect that I'm Choice Scarf Landorus, so I want to keep that hidden as much as possible. So I think my play is to go out into Keldeo And Scald. Choice Scar. Scald does knock him out, so I can pretty freely go for that. Keldeo is getting whittled down here, which is unfortunate. However, he doesn't have any priority users. So he's Pasho Berry. So, never mind, Keldeo just goes down here. So I think I have to go Landorus. That Pasho Berry was definitely a nice play on his part. I think at this point he's just going to sack the Victini. He definitely did really good prep. So my choices are either to go into Landorus or into Snorlax. However, I really need Snorlax healthy, especially with the Toxic Spikes up. So I'm going to go into Landorus. And I think he's just going to sack the Victini here because it's really low. So I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. If he goes out into Hydreigon, good on him. Good on him. But that was definitely good prep on his part. So how do I win this? I basically win this on the back of... I can't let him get his Veil up if he does make the double into Hydreigon. Good for him, but I cannot afford him getting a Roar Veil up. So I have to stand and go for the Earthquake. So I basically have to win with Simon and Garfunkel. So he probably goes into Hydreigon here to get the free switch in, or he sacks the Ninetales. He might set the Ninetales just because it doesn't do too much for him the rest of this match. Especially with as low as it is. But either way, he basically gets a free switch into Hydreigon. Yeah. Whether he made the switch in or made the sack the Ninetales and then got the switch in, either way, he's in with Hydreigon. So he's not Dragon Pulse. He probably has Dark Pulse. Flamethrower for the Scizor. And then maybe Draco Meteor or something. Hydreigon. So he can't do too much to me, but again, like I said, I really wish I had the Zero Fresh. He can't do too much to me. And then something gets hit by a return. Probably the Ninetales will probably just sack it then. But I think it's what I have to do. Because I can't stay in with my Landorus. And I could go into Scizor. If he doesn't go... Because he's probably not going to go straight for the Flamethrower. And then I could get some damage off with a Bullet Punch. And I don't think Scizor's doing too much this match. Mostly because I think Jirachi is carrying the Fire Punch. And we saw that Return does not knock out the Hydreigon from here, so I think I am going to go into the Scizor. Get the Bullet Punch damage off. He goes, so he shows the Roost, which means he's not choice locked. Pink. So Fire Blast demolishes me. Bullet Punch. Why does Bullet Punch do so little? I think... How much... So... Landorus... How How much does Fire Blast do to me? Fire Blast just does a little over half. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is double back into Landorus. Because he no longer has a switch into Superpower. Victini is low, so it will be 2-hit KO'd. Ninetales will be destroyed at the HP it's at. What I could also do, though, is double out into Snorlax. What does it do to Snorlax? Fire Blast. Problem is, if he stays in, then I'm going to take both Fire Blast plus probably a Dragon Pulse plus toxic poison damage. So that definitely means that Snorlax will be getting weakened. No, I think I'm going to go into Snorlax here. Or, actually he's taking a long time. Yeah, so there's a Flamethrower. We eat that up. Since we are poisoned, we don't have to risk the burn, which is nice. However, Snorlax is going to be really low here, which limits its ability to take hits from Victini. But I have to just fire off a return here. There's the Jirachi. So we do see the leftovers on it. And I'm just going to go for Earthquake. We get the crit, which is nice. And now I can just go for a Pursuit in case he wants to switch out. He flinched me, oh my goodness. So that is unfortunate, because we do lose our Snorlax. This is why I hate Jirachi, because when I was about to bring it down, just because of hacks, he destroys me. But that's the game we play. I'm pretty sure it's Superpower. First, let's see. Especially defensive. Earthquake. Crit. Oh no, shoot, not C. Crit. Does 74 to 88. Earthquake to 80%, so that does look like a specially defensive Jirachi. And then Rose's Superpower does 31 minimum, so it will knock out the Jirachi. So I can go in to Landorus, go for a Superpower. I can still win this. If the Hydreigon goes down and the Lopunny gets low, then Landorus should be able to clean up with Earthquake. So I have to get the Hydreigon. So -1 Superpower will not take out Hydreigon. Yeah, even if he's an offensive, but he looks to be more defensive. He goes out into Victini, which probably can take us Superpower. Victini, I don't know. Yeah, Superpower does not do anything to him. He's probably just going to go for the Fire-type move. So I think I have to sack Scizor. I sack Scizor. Yeah, I think he wins this game because basically I can't. If I weren't locked, then I might have a chance. However, I need the Choice Scarf in order to outspeed the Lopunny, which otherwise knocks me out with an Ice Punch. So I think I just lose at this point. Although I'm not going to give up. So he goes for probably the Blue Flare because we saw the Psyshock. I'm guessing it's a special set. If only I still had the Snorlax, I should not have let it go down, but a lot of should not have or should have brought. I definitely need the Chestnut because that is my Lopunny counter. So I have to go into Scizor. Yeah, there's the Blue Flare. He gets a crit, did not matter. And now he's at 22%. So if I'm not at -1, Superpower still doesn't take him out. Oh my goodness. A U-turn does though. So I come in with Landorus. I also go for the Sludge Wave. What does Sludge Wave do to Hydreigon? U-turn does over half. So I think I have to go to Landorus. I go for the U-turn. Oh my goodness, he lives. Oh, he lives. Oh my, fuck. So now he just wins. Yeah, because now I can't lock myself into any one move. Basically, I lock myself into Superpower and hope for some crits is my go. Except he probably just sacked the Hydreigon and the Jirachi, gets the defense drops. Or he just goes straight into Lopunny. So he goes for the Fake Out. I flinch, take hail damage, and Superpower again. Yeah, so basically, yeah, he wins. Yep, so we are now out of the running. We get out within the first bracket. Definitely GG. He definitely got me good. Did not expect the Pasho Berry. And the Toxic Spikes definitely hurt me more than I thought they were going to. But it is what it is. We still have the LSBA that we're still going to the finals with. And we are now in another league as well. I don't think I'm going to be making videos for that. Yeah, so oh well, it is what it is. This is our first go at an 8-mon draft at the FDL. If they do it again, I would definitely like to participate once more. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for keeping up with my videos. And I'll see you guys the next time around. Thanks a lot.